Imagine dangling 30 feet above concrete, cleaning out gutters that look more like a small forest, getting stung by hornets in the pouring rain. This was our reality for a few days as we cleaned out these gutters for a local hospital for $5,000. And today I'm going to be showing you how you can do the same, if not better. Let's get into the video. Have you ever thought about how every building you've ever seen needs maintenance in order to function properly? Now, these jobs can pay a lot of money for stuff you probably already know how to do. Yet for many people, this type of work isn't sexy enough. They're trying to start drop shipping or crypto and quote, make internet money when they forget that entrepreneurship is about solving problems. And if you don't know me, my name is Spencer Clays and I own a roof and gutter business that does over 6 figures every single year. Right now, I'm going to dive into the pros and cons of this commercial gutter cleaning job. Now, to be honest, I don't typically do too many commercial jobs. Probably 95% of our work is residential. People always ask me how to find big jobs like these, but in my opinion, residential is way more fun, more profitable, and easier, but we'll get into that a bit later. Let's start off by going over this job, how we landed it, quoted it, and got started, which is actually a pretty funny story because I just hired a virtual assistant from the Philippines to completely redo my website. Bro, I put like 20 hours into it and it only cost me like $120. Of course, I spent a good amount of time doing some basic SEO and getting everything squared away. But later that week, I get a call from this hospital. They saw my site pop up first and the manager wanted to get a quote. So I went out, took the drone and quoted it for $5K plus sales tax. And he was good with that. So we got to work the following weekend. But that was pretty cool, getting the website redone and then immediately seeing the return on investment. So for anyone watching this, make sure your website and SEO is solid. It is a huge driver of jobs. I'll have more videos coming out about that soon. But if you want to watch how I got a concrete website to rank number 1 on Google, I'll link that video here too. But yeah, moving on to the job, landing it was the easy part. Now came figuring out how to get it done. As you can see, this is a massive building. My 32-foot ladder barely reached in some spots. The last guys apparently rented a lift, so we considered doing that as well, but I don't know, something about the lift just didn't sit right. I just knew it was going to be too slow and cost too much, so we wanted to test a few other methods out first, because in my book, this job was more of a learning curve because we wanted to see what the fastest and most efficient way of cleaning super high gutters was, because as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, there are a lot of big commercial jobs like these out there. In fact, the hospital manager has like 2 others that they manage as well. And you know, for 5K, all you need is like 2 of those per month to hit 6 figures a year. So you do the math on that one. But my first idea was to just rope up and clean it from the top. This is how I clean pretty much every gutter out there. But that idea turned out to be terrifying. Turns out hanging 30 feet up in the air isn't super fun. It did work pretty well, it just took forever to rope up. It was in no way the safest method. As soon as metal roofs get wet, they basically become slip and slides, so we quickly scrapped that idea and decided to buy a gutter vacuum from one of the guys inside my inner circle who didn't really use it anymore. I figured if we were going to indeed do more big jobs like this, it would be a great investment, so we picked it up for a couple grand and got to work. The gutter vac is basically a huge shop vacuum with a 240 volt connection, so it needs either a generator or a larger outlet like the one that your dryer connects to. It extends up to 40 feet and keeps everything contained, sucking it up, and it's a pretty handy tool to have. As luck would have it though, it started pissing rain and quickly we discovered the biggest issue with the gutter vac was visibility. We either needed the drone up there or the GoPro attached to be able to see what we were doing, but it was definitely working. Pretty cool to see like firsthand cleaning gutters. Kind of felt like this is the future of gutter cleaning, you know, when we can send some remote drone and, you know, watch the camera doing it. The problem here was just speed. The hospital guys mentioned that they got their gutters cleaned every year, so I don't know if the last company just didn't clean it super well or it was just all the trees around, but these gutters were packed. You can see over here, this one had fucking trees growing in it. So I don't know, but packed gutters take a lot longer to suck out and in general are just way more work. And the gutter vac was just taking too long. So we finally went full circle just to cleaning them out by hand and moving the ladder every few feet, having Jonah hold the base when we needed to put the ladder on the concrete so no one would fall and die or whatnot. This proved to be the fastest and most efficient by far, and since we'd already wasted a couple days trying the other methods, we stuck with this one and finished within another day or two. I typically don't like to work from the ladder as actually that's where majority of accidents happen, but as long as Jonah was holding it, we were solid. From there, the only real drawback was we made a bit of a mess. There's no good way to bag or bucket everything when you're 30 feet in the air. You kind of just want to get the hell down, so we splatted stuff a bit, but you know, that's why we had 2 guys. One to do the gutters, another to do cleanup. Not a big deal. It still proved to be slow going as this place was just so big. And we ran into a few other frustrating predicaments. Several of the downspouts were clogged and I spent hours trying to figure them out until eventually we contacted the manager who said that one of the downspouts was filled with concrete or something and it didn't work. So that was an awesome waste of time. And next I proceeded to do battle with a giant hornet's nest that was perfectly placed in the way of my ladder. So I got stung many times on my neck and hands, which was not super fun, but I sprayed the crap out of them with bee spray and kept moving on. And that was that. We cleaned the gutters out well and good, right? Well, actually, this job took place about 2 months ago. And the reason I hadn't made this video yet was because we still hadn't gotten paid. I don't like to talk about stuff until it's a sure thing, and this is by far my least favorite thing of dealing with commercial jobs. It takes forever to get paid. And I guess I'm spoiled because with residential, we always get paid same day, or at the very least within a day or two. So having to wait nearly 2 months was not super chill. So I don't know how many more of these jobs we'll end up doing, because the last month we were able to stack like 3, 4, sometimes 5 residential jobs in a single day, make just about the same money. So it's really just about getting leads and getting the volume you need. I would much rather clean 10 houses than one massive pain in the ass job like this, but that's just me. We still got paid and made some great money in like 4 or 5 days of work. But as you can see, probably won't volunteer to do this again. Anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. If you want to learn more about starting an exterior cleaning business like this and scaling past $10,000 or $20,000 per month, then hit some of the links in the description and apply to join my Inner Circle Mastermind program. Or if you just want to learn a little bit more, pick up one of my books or courses and go get that money. Until next time, my friend, peace.
Thanks for tuning in to the Spencer Clay Show. That's all for now. See you in the next episode. Peace.